This is JJ, a soul reborn from Earth's server into this new world. Back on Earth, he was a master apothecary, crafting and assessing potions with unparalleled skill. Now he's built his own pharmacy called Miracle Jazzy. By his side is his cherished pet, Noeza, a fierce guardian and the shop's ever-watchful protector. Not to mention, he also cares for an adorable little spirit named Mina. The doors of JJ's pharmacy have just swung open. No sooner had he opened than a visitor appeared, begging JJ to let him sell his powerful vitality potion. This elixir banishes fatigue and fuels the spirit, making even the most dangerous tasks seem effortless. Its scent is enchanting and its effects undeniable. The man behind this plea is Asan, a struggling father of 5, forced to brave the streets to survive. Seeing his desperate plight, JJ's heart softens. JJ agrees to supply the potion to Asan, who beams with gratitude and quickly takes the bottles to sell. Asan once helped JJ build this very shop, so he asks for a discount to keep a small profit. From that day, the villagers savour JJ's potent vitality potion, sold at Asan's grocery, like the freshest catch. The pharmacy's fame spreads, drawing crowds eager for JJ's miracle cures. Customers flood in thirsty for JJ's strength-boosting concoctions. One day, a mother brings her child to the shop hoping to buy medicine, but the little girl, terrified of doctors and ghosts alike, is on the brink of a meltdown. Seeing this, JJ approaches gently to soothe her fears, but progress is slow. Then Noeza senses trouble, wagging her tail to coax the child into playing. The child's mood brightens, captivated by Noeza's soft fur and playful spirit. When she nervously grabs Noeza's tail, nearly fainting, the pet's silky softness wins her over, sparking a wish to take Noeza home. But Noeza firmly refuses. Her loyalty lies with JJ, who once saved her life. Just then, the mother secures the medicine and leaves reassured. Noeza happily waves them off, tail wagging in triumph. After rescuing her beloved master, Noeza earns a gentle head rub from JJ. Together, they brace for the next visitors. Later, after a long day, JJ rewards himself with a cup of tea. Mina calls for Noeza to join the tea time, but the pet is nowhere to be found. The two search inside only to find Noeza secretly sipping several bottles of vitality potion. JJ's scolding is softened by Noeza's explanation. The potion's aroma was just too tempting. One bottle turned into 4, forcing JJ to quickly stash the medicine away. It's not stinginess or bossiness, too much of this potion isn't healthy. After all, a pet with overflowing energy might just overwhelm her owner. With the pet drama settled, JJ plans a trip to the market for shrimp and fish, while Mina asks him to pick up some ingredients. Supplies are running low at home. The supplies were running low at home, so Dai agreed to head out to the market, bringing along his beloved companion. On their way, Noe spotted some medicinal herbs known for their healing powers and eagerly gathered a basketful for her master. Watching her enthusiasm reminded Dai of the first time they met. Just then, he suddenly remembered Mina had asked him to buy something for her, so he pulled out the note. As he unfolded it, Dai was caught off guard to the point of a nosebleed. Inside, the note was a picture of woolen underwear. He couldn't believe it. Even Rama needed warm woolen underwear in the cold, right? His face flushed, as red as a ripe tomato. No suspicious wondered what scandalous thing her master was looking at. Before Dai could explain, Dara suddenly charged at him with lightning speed. Noe immediately stepped in front of Dai to shield him, sprinting away from a furious woman chasing behind them. That woman drew a knife, sending a cold shiver down DJ's spine. He was terrified. Panicked and desperate, DJ tried to run away, but fate wasn't kind. Dara caught him and dragged him forward to be a sacrificial offering. Hadn't he barely escaped one mess, only to be thrust onto another altar? Daidi's face went pale as the red-haired woman introduced herself as the owner of an herbal shop. She immediately recognized him as the alchemist rumoured to create those mysterious strength-enhancing potions, and she was furious. She wanted to punish Daidi, accusing him of manipulating Dara. Fearful Daidi begged Dara for help, but his friend simply said, "Handle it yourself," then slipped away to hide. The woman, now wild with rage, ranted and raved. Seeing this, Daidi called out, urging her to put down the knife. Her fury dissolved instantly, and she dropped the blade. No quickly took it away to dispose of it. Meanwhile, Freeship sobbed uncontrollably, like a wild spirit crying out, "Why does everyone treat me like this?" Freeship's outburst unsettled the others. The green-haired elder tried to distance himself, but Dai called him back to ask about the situation. Thanks to Noe's presence, Fez finally calmed down and rested her head gently. That's when the green-haired elder revealed the truth. Fez was his new apprentice, plagued by anxiety that robbed her of sleep, causing her to lash out over trivial things. For example, when Dara went to buy bread, and even just thanked the seller politely, Fez would storm in furious, convinced it was a personal slight. Once Fez even got into a shouting match with a girl on the street because Dara accidentally bumped into her. Oh man, love is such a pain, Dai mused. Maybe it's better to just quit and rest. But with a face as cute as hers, how could anyone break up with Fez? The green-haired elder suspected his girlfriend was haunted by a curse and asked Dai to perform a ritual to exorcise the spirit. Seeing the elder kneel and plead, Dai reluctantly agreed. After Fez had some fun playing with her pet boss, Dai returned home to prepare the medicine. Seeing his saviour leave, Dara tried desperately to hold him back, but it was no use. Dai stayed behind with his beloved in despair. Once home, Dai handed the note to Mina, who blushed so deeply she wished she could bury herself 1,000 meters underground. Everything was set. Jagi began crafting a special potion just for Fez. As promised, Dara came to pick up the medicine from Dai. No sooner had Dara received the potion than the green-haired elder rushed it to his apprentice to drink. The next morning, Dara reported back to Dai after taking the potion. Fez's mood softened. Her demeanor returned to the sweet, gentle girl everyone loved. Dai had hoped the medicine was some sacred elixir to banish evil spirits. It wasn't. It was simply black orchid tea, a calming brew that soothes the nerves and eases anxiety. In truth, Fez was not possessed by any spirit. She was just sleep-deprived and stressed, letting all her frustrations out on Dara. Now, refreshed Fez appeared and called her boyfriend to go on a date, bringing a hopeful smile to Dara's face. Even when Mina pulled out some money, she couldn't eat in peace. The little kids from the Asan household clung to her, constantly trying to touch her tail. Even after giving them a fake wolf tail to play with, those kids still refused to let go of Noeza's ragged tail. So the plan to replace the boss's tail failed spectacularly. Seeing her friend struggle, Mina took out some food and bought snacks for the kids. The little prince's eyes lit up the moment they saw the food, rushing over to Mina to ask for some. After they finished eating, Mina went to wash the dishes. She discovered a new dish soap invented by Razy, a true marvel. No need for harsh scrubbing, the plate sparkled clean effortlessly. With this miracle product, washing even a feast's worth of dishes wouldn't be a problem. Razy insisted he'd wash the dishes next time so Mina could rest, and without hesitation, he accompanied her to pick up the pre-ordered lunchboxes. When the transaction was done, the young shopkeeper thanked DJ sincerely. Before, no matter how much she cleaned, the stench wouldn't disappear. But with DJ's herbal deodorizer, not a trace of foul smell remained. The teacher praised the product so much that DJ was encouraged to let her test his new dish soap. Unbeknownst to them, a gang overheard their conversation. The thugs demanded to know if DJ was the genius behind the powerful potion and wanted to talk business. Their murderous aura made it clear they were ready to fight. Just then, a woman appeared, stopping the gang. The two ruffians had no choice but to retreat and sit down. DJ asked the shopkeeper more about her, learning she was part of the Black Cat mercenary squad hired by the local lord to protect the town. The woman was their leader. Apologizing for the trouble caused, DJ felt lucky to be spared and quickly slipped away with Noeza. The two thugs couldn't resist mocking the leader's warning and chased after DJ. When they caught up, they bowed deeply, begging DJ to sell them his powerful potion at half price for the mercenary camp. Apparently, their leader secretly consumed the potion at night, normally 2 bottles, but when addicted up to 5, which forced the disciples to plead for a discount to save face. Seeing the mercenary squad's finances sinking, DJ was ready to make the deal. Feeling like fortune favoured him, DJ agreed to supply the potion on one condition: their leader must try his new dish soap first. If she liked it, she'd spread the word throughout Kazuta. The potion's cost would be offset by the soap's sales. Not wanting their leader to get dishwater on her hands, the thugs offered to wash dishes for her, but the leader was stubborn. She insisted Mina do it. Reluctantly, the men let Mina wash the dishes first. Mina lathered the soap and began washing. Just a few strokes and the dishes gleamed like the sun. Stunned into silence, the men watched as their leader, now enjoying housework thanks to the soap, bowed deeply to DJ, calling him a miracle worker. The potion delivery would start the next day. but DJ worried the boss might finish the potion before it even reached her. Mina volunteered to handle cooking from now on since she found idleness frustrating and with DJ's soap cleaning was quick and effortless. At the mercenary camp, the leader couldn't hold back and came looking for DJ to get the potion. She joked she just happened to pass by, but DJ knew better. From now on, she'd visit his shop every morning for the medicine. The next day, Jazzy and Noeza went herb gathering. DJ worried about the dwindling herb supply due to overharvesting, but was relieved when Noeza found some seeds. She asked Noeza to collect them carefully. Once again, the drug delivery will commence tomorrow. I'll take charge of this, but I fear that the boss will consume all the medication before it reaches Sister Mina. She suggests that she will handle the cooking next time feeling weary and bored with nothing to do. Plus, with the dishwashing liquid from you, she can swiftly clean the plates without a single mishap at the camp of the Crimson Brigade. Sister Mina could no longer bear it and sought out Dai to acquire the medicine. She casually remarked that she happened to pass by and decided to drop in. Oh, the irony of being hooked, yet still shy. Dai knew everything, and from now on he would visit her shop every morning to collect the medicine for the next day. Jazzy and Noeza went out together to gather herbs, deeply concerned about the dwindling supplies due to overharvesting for medicine. Fortunately, Jazzy discovered herb seeds and asked Noeza to collect them. Shivering with determination, he then approached Zero to request permission to grow herbs on Raya's land. Last time, DJ helped him, and this time Zero generously allowed him to use the land for free. Both of them began cultivating, with Jazzy feeling the land was incredibly fertile, perfect for growing medicine. After they finished their work, Jazzy brought them troubling news. The crops in the field were being destroyed, likely by some wild wolves. Even with a fence around the field, they still managed to get in. With an IQ of 140, Jazzy devised a plan to counter the wolves. Noeza wanted to help him, but DJ hurriedly stopped her. He then produced a vial containing the stinky flower. This flower emits a foul odour that only magical beasts can sense. As soon as Jazzy opened the vial, Noeza bolted away, exclaiming that the stench was unbearable. Mina quickly advised him to take a shower because who could stand such a smell? It made him feel like he was misunderstood and made a fool of. Jazzy was puzzled as to why the dogs were out cold, but then he pulled out his beast-repelling potion, taking a small amount. Though JJ's repellent was flying off shelves among farmers, no Urza kept her distance, leaving JJ shocked by her coldness. As usual, Anna came by to grab some medicine this time. 10 bottles. Everyone joked, wondering if she was turning into a drug addict with all that medicine. But this wasn't for Anna alone. Just then, Do and Mo, a pair with a complicated past, appeared ready to spill some news to JJ. But Anna silenced them. It wasn't the pharmacy's business. Yet the duo ignored her and told JJ everything. Recently, thieves had invaded Kazuta, injuring some while trying to capture them. Anna had to supply medicine to her injured comrades. The urgency was clear. They had to catch those thieves fast or face starvation. That's why the 2 red-hatted gods came seeking JJ's help. Meanwhile, Mina and Noeza were chopping onions in the kitchen, tears streaming from their eyes. This irritation sparked a brilliant idea in JJ's mind. He instructed them to prepare the strongest liquor as a key ingredient for a new potion. Didi ground up some hot red chili peppers and mixed them with the liquor, crafting a fierce new concoction. Just a whiff of this explosive brew would sting your eyes beyond relief. No, Urza, thinking her comrades were overreacting, plunged her face into the jar, only to burst into tears, rivers flowing down her cheeks. JJ himself wasn't immune, and got hit by the potion's sting. Later, after enjoying a hearty meal, the Shichmu group swiftly brought the fiery concoction to the thieves, forcing them to scream in agony and flee the town under the cover of night. Meanwhile, in a sinister castle, the queen learned that a potent strength-enhancing potion was flying off the shelves, sparking her fury. JJ carried on with his usual business, selling his remedies. Suddenly, a mysterious gentleman arrived, Dine, the steward of the Vanga household. Representing his mistress, he invited JJ to their mansion. Hearing this, Mina spun wild rumours, imagining Didi entangled in a scandalous affair with a married woman. JJ, clueless, asked the steward who this lady was. Dean revealed she was the Lady Fram, the ruling lord of Kazuka. JJ was baffled. Why would nobility seek out a mere commoner like him? The answer lay in the invitation itself. Only by meeting Lady Fram could JJ get the answers he sought. Without delay, he was whisked away in a carriage to the mansion. Lady Fram's request. She wanted JJ to concoct a miraculous youth elixir. Didi was confident he could do it, but within 2 days, that was a tall order. The lady gave no room for refusal. If her vassals mocked her appearance, could JJ compensate for her reputation? Hearing this, JJ had no choice but to accept. The weight of the task pressed down on him, but the path ahead was clear. Create the elixir or face the fallout. This was no ordinary quest. It was a test of his skills, his resolve, and perhaps his very soul. As he embarked on this new challenge, one can't help but wonder if you were in his shoes. Would you rise to the occasion or crumble under pressure? And so, with the eyes of an entire domain on him, Didi stepped into a world where magic science and politics intertwined a storm, waiting to be tamed by a man who dared to dream beyond his humble origins. Sometimes it's not just power that shapes destiny, but the courage to face the impossible. Thanks for joining me on this journey. May it inspire you to find your own strength in the shadows. Madame Khan, radiant as ever, even after childbirth, needed nothing but to be herself to shine. But that was just Jazia's hope. Those old men saw it differently. They believed if Madame Khan's reputation was tarnished, her confidence would shatter. So no matter the cost, she insisted on rejuvenating her skin. Seeing Madame Deji's sincere intent, Jazia agreed to create the ultimate skin-rejuvenating elixir. With all ingredients ready, Deji began crafting her skin youth potion. After much toil, she produced a gel infused with whitening and moisturizing elements, promising to turn back time for every noble lady's skin. DJ delivered the gel to Madame Khan, urging her to apply it after a bath. Madame Khan, skeptical since most treatments she knew were oral, doubted its power. Sensing the doubt, Deji echoed the words of multi-level marketers. If you're not satisfied, I'll refund you 100% with nothing left to lose. Madame Khan tried it. The potion, rich with flowers and fruits, absorbed beautifully into her skin. Yet she worried, could it harm her delicate complexion? DJ shrugged. After all, the one insulted was Madame Khan herself. Whether she used it was her choice. Those words pierced Madame Khan's heart, and she reluctantly embraced the potion. Meanwhile, outside, the Count Vanguard's daughter had overheard everything. The next day, Mina puzzled over Madame Fram's rumoured infidelity, but Jazia was too disheartened to elaborate. Suddenly, Madame Khan sent Jazia a gift of elegant pastries, proof that her beauty had captivated all the other ladies. Seeing her mother's radiant glow, Mina sought out Deji with a request, though her haughty demeanour earned a stern lesson from Noa Jiadin. Mina's pride sparked a clash, but Noa Jiadin pulled the young wolf away. Deji gave Mina a reality check. The first step to maturity is respect for others. Mina retorted that she'd soon attend a banquet with her father and needed a love potion. Jazia, frustrated, thought another client was too much. You don't need magic to be charming, he said. Yet adolescent girls always crave a little extra spark. Mina's real target was a boy named La from the Gazan family, her prey to conquer. Desperate, she wanted the love potion to win him over. Jazia explained to Elam that the potion would force La to like her, but without it, he'd never feel the same. So he proposed a gentler alternative, a fragrance enhancing her natural allure without changing who she was. After 7 painstaking trials, Jazia crafted a perfume with a delicate, fruity scent. Mina's eyes sparkled, eager to try, but hesitated when she learned it was just perfume. Deji confidently assured her it would transform her into a top-tier lady. He quickly sprayed it on her wrists and neck. Now just drop the attitude and you'll have him wrapped around your finger, he teased. Thankfully, Jean May lucked out and found his Lady Elantra. Realizing it was time to leave, she grabbed the perfume and departed. Days later, Mina returned but refused to attend the banquet. Her tastes had shifted. No longer interested in bratty boys like La, she now fancied straightforward, talented gentlemen like Jazia himself. Determined, she insisted on working at the apothecary, regardless of Deji's consent. Elantra had already received permission from her parents to apprentice here, so Jazia had no choice but to accept. Before she could learn much, a customer entered. Elantra greeted them with attitude, forcing Jazia to step in and smooth things over. Luckily, the visitor was Makoto. Without him, Jazia's shop might have faced disaster. Deji lectured Elantra on manners and called her Summer, sparking memories of home and siblings, leaving her conflicted. After 2 days, Elantra's time at the shop ended. Before leaving, she gifted No a bottle of her homemade perfume. Overjoyed, Noe returned the gesture with a tail-shaped trinket matching hers. Through their shared days, their bond deepened. On a scorching day, the boss animal clung to Dai relentlessly, driving him mad. Mina descended to the shop, asking Dai to concoct a cooling potion. Piece of cake, he thought, whipping up a gel that chilled on contact like winter at your doorstep. Even the 3 kids loved it, though no one could explain why they all wanted to nap immediately after applying it. Jazia panicked upon realizing the kids had used up all his potion. Meanwhile, Noe and Dai were mixing potions as usual, when suddenly Noe dashed into the bushes, kicking a baby wolf repeatedly. After the poor cub's swollen face, it fainted. Dai hurriedly gave it a sedative and detox potion. Clearly, it had eaten a poisonous fruit. After treatment, they left the wolf cub behind and returned home. The next morning, the cub brought fragrant patina fruits. Noe ate one and couldn't stop much to Mina's curiosity about why the wolf kept bringing them. Noe explained this was the same wolf cub Josiah had saved the day before. From then on, the cub faithfully brought patina every day. Mina struggled with how to prepare them. Since their pantry was bare, Dai had advised against shopping, so he and his boss set off to buy bento from Usagi's shop. Approaching, they heard a loud argument the shopkeeper was refusing to sell his business to an old man in purple robes. Noza dashed into the bushes, delivering a flurry of kicks to a young squirrel. After beating the little wolf to a swollen mess, it collapsed. DJ quickly gave it a calming and detoxifying potion. Likely the wolf had eaten some poisonous fruit. After treating it, they left the wolf resting and went home. The next morning, the squirrel returned, bringing fragrant patina fruits. Noeza tried one and couldn't stop eating. Mina was curious why the squirrel kept bringing these fruits. Noeza explained that it was the very squirrel the boss had saved the day before. DJ suddenly remembered the squirrel was repaying their kindness by bringing gifts. Since then, the squirrel came daily faithfully, delivering patina fruits. Mina was stuck unsure how to cook with no ingredients left at home, since DJ advised against buying food. So DJ and the boss decided to buy boxed meals from the Usagi shop. Before they even entered, they heard a loud argument. Now he was unsure how to prepare it since there were no ingredients left at home. Following Noeza's advice against buying food, he had to accompany his boss to get takeout from the Usagi restaurant. Before they even arrived, they heard a commotion coming from there. The restaurant owner refused to sell the place to an old man in a purple coat and loudly chased him away. Yet the old man stubbornly offered money to convince him to sell. "I'll do it, but only in your dreams." This restaurant held countless memories for him, and he wasn't about to let it slip away. Seeing the owner's steadfast attitude, the old man threatened, "You will regret this soon enough. Just wait until you're begging me to take it back." As he exited, he bumped into Jazzy, who was treated like an obstacle and shoved aside. DJ was furious at the old man's behavior. He stormed inside to confront the restaurant owner and learned that he was a new competitor selling meat-based dishes nearby, trying to force them to sell their shop to compete. This was a place Rena had held dear for a long time, so she couldn't bear to see it being sold. Jazzy, noticing Rena's stress, offered her a patina to help ease her worries. The restaurant owner picked up the patina and inhaled its slightly sour yet sophisticated aroma, captivated by its eye-catching colour. He immediately rushed hot dishes to the Usagi restaurant, drawn by the scent of a dish he had once savoured at a royal banquet. He dashed after that aroma, startled to find it wafting from the Usagi restaurant. The old man, now furious, rushed into the eatery without a second thought. JJ saw this and quickly ushered him outside, insisting he queue up properly. When it was finally the man's turn, he wasted no time ordering the patina sauce to savour with his meat. As the sauce drizzled down, the dish transformed its aroma so powerful it seemed to explode in the man's senses. Taking a bite, he felt his sinuses clear, as if eating some magical gum. Each chew was a revelation. For a moment, he thought he was walking on air. The goat morphed into a glutton, devouring piece after piece, emptying the plate. Seeing this, Dazai mocked him, asking if he was choking. The goat wanted to retort, but paused, remembering his true mission to discover the creator of this sauce. Swallowing his pride, he asked Dazai for clues, proposing a challenge. Guess the maker or leave after eating so others could have their turn. Fuming, the goat stormed out, but suddenly hatched a plan. He dragged Dazai into a shadowed corner, attempting something shady. He offered a high price to buy the sauce. but Dazai explained he only made it for Usagi's shop if he wanted some. He'd have to ask the owner. The goat raised the stakes, but Dazai stood firm, refusing to sell. Thinking everyone was as greedy as him, the goat was stunned. Desperate, he dropped to his knees, begging Dazai to sell it. Now demanding an exorbitant price, the goat's tears flowed freely. No, seeing the poor creature's plight, gifted him a meal smothered in patina sauce. Together, they left, leaving the old man to eat in bittersweet agony. The next morning, Fez shyly visited JJ's pharmacy. She confessed she wanted a child with Dazai, but lately he'd been distracted, neglecting their nights together. Suspecting he might have another lover, she flew into a rage, nearly wrecking the place. Luckily, Dazai stuffed a tea bag in her mouth, calming her down. Fez got to the point she needed JJ to craft a rocket 1-hour pill for Dazai. Initially, Dazai considered refusing, but thinking of the lion ready to slash him, he relented. JJ met with Dazai to clarify the situation. Did he want to marry Fez? Yasuo confirmed yes. Fez's family was wealthy merchants, making them a perfect match. Both families approved the union, so Dazai could focus on making the rocket pill. Just as JJ finished the potion, someone drank it all before he could even taste it. The woman who downed it now wanted to ascend the mountain with JJ, teasing with the scent of the pill's effects. Dazai rushed to find an antidote, but the companion insisted on cementing their bond first. Meanwhile, Anna, lured by the boss's charm, gulped down the entire bottle as well. Suddenly, the fierce gang leader transformed into a sweet 18-year-old girl, mesmerizing her disciples, who swooned over her newfound cuteness. Anna, sensing the fun, wanted to join their little game. When JJ sensed something was off, he called for No to fetch the antidote quickly. But the boss, whether by accident or design, broke the antidote bottle and slipped away, leaving Noe struggling through the night to gather fuel and care for two enchanting but troublesome ladies. The next morning, Mina awoke clear-headed, filled with regret for her impulsive actions. Noe too recognized her mistake and humbly apologized. The night's chaos had left its mark, a wild ride through friendship, desire, and unexpected transformations. If you've ever been caught in moments where your heart races faster than your mind can catch up, this story reflects that very turmoil. Sometimes it's not just about the potion's power, but the unpredictable magic of human connection. And if you ever find yourself lost between choices, remember even the smallest spark can light the darkest path. Thanks for sharing this whirlwind journey with me. Right at that moment, Dera appeared and handed him a vitality-boosting potion. Without a second thought, the elder brother gulped it down, almost drinking the whole bottle. Luckily, Dera and Fez were overjoyed, strolling hand in hand through the town. Meanwhile, poor DG was left single, drowning in a bittersweet love story that stirred tears without a single drop falling. The town was buzzing, preparing for the upcoming Kazuta Festival, a tradition passed down through generations. The highlight of the festival was the legendary hunting contest. Anyone skilled with a bow would enter the forest to hunt mythical beasts. In recent years, Kudu's tribe had consistently taken the crown. Suddenly, a guest interrupted their conversation, a girl who spoke to DG, saying she wished to be recognized by her brother. She was JK Kuzu's younger sister. Since her brother would be busy leading the festival and couldn't participate in the hunt, DG was chosen to take his place. From whispered gossip around the market, she learned that DG was the town's top-tier alchemist, a true VIP pro. Hearing this, JJ immediately caught on and refused to concoct any potion to boost her archery skills. "If you want to shoot better, go train with your brother," he said. Cheating wasn't an option. But Kudu dismissed DG as a mere child, refusing to teach her. Determined, DG vowed to win the hunting contest and earn her brother's recognition. JJ noticed the wounds on DG's hands, proof of her relentless effort. Her archery wasn't improving, so she turned to him for help. JJ agreed, but insisted on witnessing her shooting skills first. Compared to Rika, her level was even worse. Approaching her, Jay examined her hand wounds and called Noezan to bring a vitality potion for DG to drink. From that moment, her shots grew far more precise, though the challenge was far from over. Targets were moving and mythical beasts were unpredictable. Noezan stood nearby, taking a shot at a target and hitting the bullseye. Hong Tam, the young girl, fired several perfect shots in a row, making DG want to cry on the sidelines. Then DG's idea sparked. JJ measured her effective shooting range and found it too short. He suggested she switch to a short bow to increase her chances of hitting the beasts. Meanwhile, JJ rushed back to craft a new potion. The day of the hunting contest arrived. DG was mocked by some blind fools for using a short bow, but the competition had officially begun. She dashed into the forest hunting for the first prey. She needed to return before sunset, and the record set by her brother last year was 16 beasts. DG was determined to break it. Arriving at her spot, she opened her air pouch, and within 5 seconds a monster appeared. The rest was simple. Wait for the prey to come close, then shoot. JK pulled the bowstring and released her first arrow, downing a beast. The potion proved incredibly effective, attracting many monsters to her location. Quickly, she collected numerous trophies. Victory belonged to Rikako, who shattered her brother's record. DG rushed to thank Zase, but saw him smiling at Minako and slipped away like a squirrel. No, Eza noticed and informed JJ that DG was looking for him. Flushed red DG realized she had fallen into DG's trap of love. The next morning, Kudu came to thank DG for helping his sister win the contest. It was just a simple thank you, but Kudu also scrutinized JJ closely, suspecting he might be the future brother-in-law. Mina stepped out, wanting to join DG and Noea, but the moment she stepped outside, she was instantly pulled back to her room. To prove her point, she tried leaving again for DJ to see. Just as she stepped out, she was yanked back onto the sofa. Mina was heartbroken, fearing she might never leave that house. She broke down in tears, but was comforted by Noazan's soft feathers, lifting her spirits again. Noticing Mina kept returning to the sofa, JJ suspected something shady was hidden beneath. He enlisted an old handyman to fix the tunnel entrance. After a quick energy drink, the job was done. JJ descended below and found a brooch in a drawer. Handing it to Mina, he revealed it was a gift from her mother, probably the key holding Mina to this home. JJ gave Mina the brooch to carry with her, and just like predicted, she was finally able to step outside. Overjoyed, Mina hugged DG tightly and cried tears of relief. One morning, Noeza suddenly suffered a stomachache, spinning around searching for her caretaker. It turned out she had eaten a fallen fruit on the road, causing a bad stomach upset. Unable to eat Mina's cooking, DG had to brew a remedy warning Noeza not to eat random things anymore. But the little beast's curiosity was insatiable, gobbling up everything in sight to taste test it. Hearing this, JJ concocted a special potion to counter this bad habit. After drinking it, the wolf pup's stomach pain vanished instantly, but she forgot her promise and kept eating random things. The next day, Noeza cried again, looking for JJ's potion. After drinking it, she perked right up and dashed off to eat strange fruit again. Mina wondered why Noeza got poisoned by the patina fruit. Actually, she wasn't poisoned at all. Instead, JJ had given her a potion that made everything taste bitter, discouraging her from eating nonsense. This potion was also used on mythical beasts and scavengers, helping keep the town clean. Just as JJ returned home, he received bad news. Noeza had unleashed her full strength, shattering the delivery box into pieces. The wolf cub whimpered, and Mina begged him not to tell DG. Just as the chaos unfolded, Noeza's mischief summoned Tao Tao, who arrived immediately. DG witnessed everything from the doorway, so Mina didn't need to explain. For him, 12 broken knives were nothing, but what about dinner? JJ had no choice but to buy new knives. Together with Noeza, who remained blissfully unaware, JJ couldn't stay mad at her. They headed to a supply shop, but the place was strange, dark, and cluttered everywhere. DG found 2 knives, but called out repeatedly, with no staff in sight. Suddenly, a girl popped out and shouted. It was Bao La, the shop owner who'd been overwhelmed with orders and fell asleep on the floor. Recognizing DG as the famed potion master, she revealed she was a huge fan of his vitality potions. Her shop was the most reliable repair spot in the region, and Anna had come to fix her protective gloves tools she used to fight evil and protect the town. With fierce determination, the wolf cub playfully pleaded, "Mina, don't tell Dewey about this." Just then, Chow Chow appeared. Dewey had witnessed everything by the door, so Mina knew no explanation was needed. To him, 12 knives were nothing more than a pinprick. But how would dinner be salvaged? JJ had no choice but to buy new knives. Seeing the carefree girl, Noeza couldn't bring herself to be upset. They headed to a repair shop, though it looked suspiciously dark and cluttered. Dewey found 2 knives, but called out repeatedly, with no reply. Suddenly, a girl popped up shouting. It was Biola, the shop owner. Overwhelmed by orders, she'd fallen asleep on the floor. Recognizing Dewey as the owner of the famed energy elixir, Viola confessed her admiration. Her shop was the most trusted in the area, and Anna had come seeking help to fix her protective glove. Anna had wielded that glove to fight evil and safeguard the town's peace. But to repair it, Viola needed to reforge the outer shell or use iron. The glove was shattered beyond repair. There was simply no way to fix it. Viola wished Anna would buy a new one to save her the trouble, but Anna, a poor mercenary, had no money. Viola asked Dewey if he could create a glue strong enough to mend it. Dewey's mind raced. He dashed home to hand Mina the new knives and hurried to craft a super strong adhesive. Back at the repair shop, Viola lay sprawled, drooling in her deep sleep. JJ shook her awake, and the moment she saw the miraculous glue, her eyes lit up like headlights. Dewey swiftly pieced the glove together, applying the glue along the cracks. The moment the glue touched the breaks, they sealed tight. Even when pulled with all their might, the glove held firm. The glove was restored. Paula could now proceed with making other gear. Just then, the mischievous boss smeared some glue on Noah's fingers, causing two of them to stick together. The panicked cub tried to cut them apart, but it was too late. JJ's products were top-tier, Vietnamese quality. Once stuck, they wouldn't budge. Planning to take Noah's home to fix it, the man accidentally got his own hand stuck to hers. Somehow, this sticky situation was just getting started. Paula could finally move on to crafting other items, but just then, that mischievous little boss smeared the glue on Ursa's fingers, making two of them stick together, unable to separate. She tried to cut them apart with a knife, but it was too late. JJ's gear was top-quality Vietnamese craftsmanship, stickier than glue. Planning to take Ursa home to fix it, JJ himself ended up stuck to her hand. No matter what, they weren't going home anytime soon. Mina, spotting the two stuck together, couldn't help but feel a pang of jealousy. When she asked what happened, the full story spilled out. Now, wherever these two go, they have to go together, even to the bathroom or for a quick wash. They're inseparable. Right now, you're probably thinking dark thoughts, huh, JJ? Quickly whipped up a super strong solvent spray that could dissolve the glue. Just one spray and they separated instantly, leaving Ursa frustrated for not having freed herself first. The next morning, a lively, refreshed Paula arrived, leaving JJ stunned. After a while, he realized she was some kind of wild card. She came to thank him for helping finish her backlog of orders and slipped him a little reward to buy coffee. From that day on, Paula came by daily, always complaining about the lack of customers. The adventurers who visited her shop treated her craft like trash. Mina greeted Paula warmly, finding her adorable. Paula even joked about stealing Mina away to make her her own. JJ, ever the jealous type, started looking for a way to send Paula away, but she was as stubborn as a leech, determined to stay chapped and hype up her shop's products to coax him into buying. Paula's shop was dark and shabby, more like a doghouse, so there was no way JJ was stepping inside for any amount of money. She argued fiercely, insisting he come to see how clean and neat her place really was. Seeing Paula's dilapidated shop, JJ finally understood why every adventurer who stepped in wanted to run away immediately. He pulled back the curtain, revealing a surprisingly bright interior. Paula wanted to leave Daisy to tidy up alone, but JJ insisted she help him clean. While tidying, Daisy noticed some old stock had faded and told JJ to polish everything. But Paula cleaned only once a week. There was no dust to be found. Daisy spotted scratches on the armor and figured that just cleaning them up would make them sellable. After some thought, Daisy rushed home to whip up a rust remover spray that promised a spotless shine with just one spray. JJ brought the goods to Paula's shop, sprayed some on a cloth, and let her wipe down the items. Instantly, they gleamed brighter than a school blackboard. Seeing her own gear transformed, Paula was moved to tears of joy. The two continued cleaning, and before long, Paula's shop shone so brightly that even Ursa thought she'd walked into the wrong place. For a moment, it seemed like Paula's shop might finally thrive, but that was just a dream. From then on, no adventurer dared set foot in this town again, leaving Paula waiting hopelessly for customers who never came. The truth was, Kazuta Town had no temples or dungeons to attract adventurers. Paula then asked JJ to build a dungeon to lure them back, but this was just a pharmacy, not a treasure trove. So the dream of a bustling adventurers' hub remained just that, a dream. But in this quiet town, perhaps the real magic is the bond growing between these unlikely friends, stuck together by fate and glue, learning that sometimes even the smallest spark can light the darkest path. No matter what she wants to build, the moment you refuse, she instantly pouts, making you feel unbearably guilty. Jagi was about to give in, but this sister just laughed and teased him. Girls really are an enigma. Somewhere in the castle, the demon lord has become addicted to a certain medicine, demanding his butler fetch it every day to gulp down a few bottles. The butler worried it's too much, tried buying less, but no good stuff for me to play with. You're dead meat. The demon lord immediately banned the butler for 3 days. Easy took it upon himself to enter the human world to seize that medicine. Instantly, the demon lord teleported to a mysterious pharmacy, where the shopkeeper warmly greeted the foreign customer and handed over a bottle asking for payment. The demon lord had to pay. That's ridiculous. Jay-Z, seeing this guy acting a little crazy, didn't know how to react until he learned this was the feared Demon King, an infamous tyrant, rebellious and cruel. Without the medicine, he glared fiercely at Easy, silently daring him to hand it over or face a beating. But Easy stood firm, refusing to yield, insisting on payment no matter what. Seeing Easy's intent to skip out, he hid the medicine. Nobody just gives anything away for free, little bro. The demon lord, furious, tried to blast the pharmacy away with his power, but Jay-Z warned him if he did no more medicine for him. So, Easy switched to a sweet coaxing tone, trying to persuade Jay-Z to share a little sip. But no way, man. What's this letting a kid drink my masterpiece invention so easily easy was out of arguments against Jay-Z's words. Just then, Noe stepped forward. This kid didn't even need to try. His adorable appearance made Easy instantly fall for him. Easy quickly introduced himself and asked for the wolf girl's name. As Noe said her name, this brat immediately asked her to be his wife. Easy thought he'd found a soulmate only to get coldly rejected. Worse, Noe declared she only likes her master, crushing the boy's heart. Jay-Z chased the brat away, and Easy negotiated if his big brother gave Noe and the energy potion, then once the world was conquered, Easy would share half with Jay-Z. Looking at this dumb kid. Easy realized those who conquer worlds usually don't reward others. Isn't that just foolish? Easy recognized his mistake, but Love's demon had already stolen his reason. He valued Noe too much to give her away. But there was no where Jay-Z would hand over Noe, who didn't even like the brat. Then upon hearing Noe liked taking the medicine too, Easy demanded 2 bottles to woo her. Seeing the boy increasingly infatuated, the shopkeeper kindly warned no money, no service. That snapped Easy back to reality, and he ran off to get some cash. 3 days later, Easy returned with money in hand, proudly claiming he'd gone to the market as the demon lord, terrifying everyone into tribute. But opening the bag revealed only loose coins and candy. People pitied Easy as a sick little kid and gave him scraps. Feeling sorry for Easy's plight, Jay-Z accepted the loss and sold him a bottle on credit. But if Easy took that potion, wouldn't he just admit he was the pitiable one? Just then, Noe walked out. Quick thinking, Easy gifted her the newly bought potion, but Noe refused. It's one thing to be a servant, another to be the boss of the shop. Noe's rejection crushed Easy's fragile pride. Even out in the market, he couldn't buy medicine with clown money. Feeling utterly pathetic, Easy was given another bottle out of pity. Proud yet teased, he refused it. After Noe drank the medicine, she immediately asked the shopkeeper for another concoction. A dark thought flashed in Easy's mind. If he could create this medicine, Noe would belong to him. Bowing deeply, he begged to become Jay-Z's apprentice. Just seeing this scene was enough to bury any hope. Of course, Jay-Z refused. The secret technique couldn't be shared, but the stubborn demon lord insisted on working at the shop anyway, though Jay-Z vowed not to teach him a thing. Easy was overjoyed. From now on, he could secretly learn to brew potions. Mina arrived, inviting everyone for tea. Easy, unaware of who she was, arrogantly tried to test her. In response, Mina turned transparent, scaring the demon lord out of his skin. Easy did a great job cleaning his things, so he was asked to help downstairs with Noe. Seizing the moment, Easy desperately flirted with Noe, but failed miserably, and Mina kept ruining their private moments. Frustrated, Easy lost his temper and ended up getting a hard knock to the head from Jay-Z. Noe acted like she didn't care about anyone, just like Easy makes you wonder if he can even play host properly. While eating snacks, Easy asked Jay-Z for help with a serious matter. The Eastern Demon Lord's army was being pushed back by humans risking invasion. Easy wanted Jay-Z to create a potion to revive the 8 great demon lords, or even a potion to destroy humanity. Jay-Z laughed. "You want me to make a potion to kill my own kind?" Seeing this was hopeless. Easy changed the subject to what Noe thought of him. The demon lord thought Noe was a cold girl, so her harsh words were lies. Easy wanted Jay-Z to make a potion to hear her true feelings. Seeing the boy so determined to get hurt, Jay-Z didn't stop him and handed over a list of ingredients. Easy quickly gathered them and brought them to Jay-Z. Exhausted, Easy collapsed to sleep while Jay-Z began brewing the potion. "This potion lets anyone hear the honest feelings of those who drink it for half a day." Once ready, Jay-Z brought the fresh potion to Noe. After one sip, she immediately said she liked him and hugged Jay-Z, making him feel ecstatic. Just then, the Demon Lord woke up and interrupted. Easy copied Jay-Z, asking Noe how she felt about him. Her one-word answer, dislike, hit the Demon Lord so hard he punched through a wall. Refusing to accept this, Easy pressed on, asking what he should do to win her heart. Noe said all he had to do was become her master. Easy thought if so, all he needed was to brew potions. Excited, he rushed toward her Noe, only to be knocked out cold by her tail. Mina appeared with the new potion and urged Easy to wake up, warning him he'd catch a cold sleeping on the floor. Yet inside, Mina was screaming, "Get up and work or I'll kick your butt." Everyone's scared by Easy's antics. Jay-Z seized the moment to do some chores, while Noe had to give Mina a massage to calm the boss down. The Demon King saw Mina trying to sneak away, but she was caught by Dai. In the end, Bat took charge of cleaning and cooking. Once everything was done, Mina finally got to savor the fried rice. She took a bite and praised its deliciousness, making everyone burst with joy. ZDJ admired his creation and decided not to sell the dish. If it fell into the hands of married couples, sagyuls, or lovers, it would only stir up chaos. The scarecrow was finally completed. No error was left for the Demon King to use temporarily. This guy often came to the shop to cause trouble, making Noerza's life difficult. Suddenly, the inn came to find Dai and invited him to meet Count Vangar. The Count first thanked JJ for helping his wife become the star of the party. Then, he confided in JJ that lately Eileen had been avoiding him. Vangar suspected JJ was flirting with her, causing this situation. He warned JJ that to win his daughter's hand, he would have to go over his dead body. JJ immediately defended himself, insisting he was innocent. He thought Eileen was just rebellious at this age, a time when daughters often resent their fathers. The Count couldn't accept this truth. He remembered how much his daughter used to adore him, even dreaming of becoming his wife. Now, everything had changed. JJ couldn't answer that question. JJ only said that, this age, girls don't want to share laundry duty with their dads. Hearing this, Vangar recalled the other day when his daughter's underwear got caught in his laundry pile. When he picked it up, Eileen snatched it back and glared fiercely, wounding her father's heart deeply. He intended to ask why she acted that way, but DJ stopped him. After all, fathers and daughters have gender gaps, and asking such sensitive questions might make Eileen hate him forever. Just as he mentioned, Chow 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 arrived immediately. Hearing JJ was visiting, Eileen dragged him away at once. JJ wanted the father and daughter to reconcile, so he advised her to apologize to her dad. She agreed. That evening, Dai saw Mina hugging Noerza's scarecrow and asked what she intended to do with it. Mina said she sprayed perfume on the scarecrow so Ezzy could smell Noerza's scent, sure that the boy would love this gift. A sudden idea struck Dai. He quickly crafted something and brought it to the Count. This time, his product was a sweat deodorizing soap. Vangar was skeptical, unsure if he should use it. Dai warned him that if he didn't, Eileen would avoid him for life. The Count immediately prepared hot water and took a bath. Afterward, looking handsome and ready to melt any girl's heart, he hurried to meet Eileen. Before she could understand what was happening, a strange man hugged her tightly, making her scream. Dai quickly stopped the Count and embraced Eileen to protect her. Seeing his daughter held by a stranger, Vangar became furious and demanded he let her go. At that moment, Eileen was shocked to realize the man was her father. Seeing the father acting oddly, DJ had to play the villain, pretending to kidnap the Count's daughter so the Count could confess his feelings. Unexpectedly, Eileen found the act thrilling. JJ had no choice but to cover her mouth to keep her quiet and continued to accuse the Count, saying his daughter called him a smelly, perverted old man. The Count immediately defended Ellen, saying he loved her since birth. Even though she sometimes avoided and hurt him, he didn't care. No matter what, Ellen was still his daughter. These words struck Ellen's heart. She immediately hugged the Count and apologized for her harsh words. Everything was resolved peacefully. The Count sent a thank you letter along with a generous gift. DJ, if you think you can snatch the girl from the Count's hands, he'll end you, for sure. Come on, man. I'm just acting here. I already have a whole squad of Hazels waiting at home. A few days later, Mina falls ill with a fever and DJ takes care of her. Mina, feeling clingy, wants him to feed her, and DJ agrees. Suddenly, memories flood Mina's mind, how she once almost lost her life to a severe illness, and how her mother never left her side. Recalling this brings tears streaming down Mina's face. She's long believed she was a burden to her mother, thinking her sickness brought misfortune upon the whole family. JJ stands by her, unsure how to help, offering only comfort. He heads downstairs and orders Isekai to gather ingredients. If Isekai can bring back everything JJ promises, he'll let him touch the tail of their servant Eva. Hearing this, the young Isekai enthusiastically rushes out to search, while JJ and servant Urza head down to the basement where Mina once lived. They rummage through the clutter until they uncover Mina's mother's diary. Right then, the Demon Lord returns with all the ingredients, and Isekai immediately tries to sneak a touch of the boss's tail, but servant Urza shoves him aside. JJ has successfully brewed a special revival potion. All Mina has to do is open her mother's diary, and her mother will appear for 3 minutes. As DJ tries to leave, Mina stops him, asking him to hold her hand as they listen to her mother's heartfelt confessions. Mina drops a few potion drops on the book, and her mother's spirit manifests lamenting Mina's illness, which deeply saddens Mina. Moreover, her father left all the caregiving duties to her mother, who feels deeply frustrated. She cannot understand why Mina isn't getting better despite countless doctor visits. Tears fall as she wonders why Mina had to leave her so soon. Her child was still so young, with so much bright future ahead. But she feels powerless, unable to save her daughter or bring her happiness. She had planned to gift Mina a family heirloom pin passed down 8 generations on her wedding day, with the wish for her happiness. Hearing these words, Mina sobs uncontrollably, overwhelmed by the realization of how much her mother sacrificed and loved her, and how she had blamed her mother all along. Mina thanks JJ, saying it's because of him she could finally untangle the knot she'd carried for years. DJ recalls his first meeting with Minako, who introduced herself as the house's guardian deity for over 100 years. Everyone who met Mina fled. She just wanted happiness for those living here, yet no one stayed long enough to find it. Now, DJ understands why Mina's heart is so kind. Her mother's spirit lives on in her spreading love to everyone around. Today, the Kailor-Dipik family plans a picnic trip. Actually, DJ wanted to spend the night by the campfire, but Mina just wants to visit a nearby lake and enjoy some snacks that's enough to make her happy. Mina once visited that place with her family during her illness, so she wants to go again. As they prepare to leave, little Aries shows up begging to come along. Nobody invited you, kid, they say, but he insists. The group ventures deep into the forest, searching for the lake. Soon, they arrive at a quiet, deserted shore, with no other souls in sight except DJ's group. Mina's memories flash. The lake used to be bustling. Scanning around, they find a warning sign. Beware of aggressive dogs, keep out. Now, they understand why no one comes here anymore. The group settles down to enjoy food and music together, memories of childhood flooding Mina's heart, bringing tears to her eyes. The Demon Lord has never been on a picnic before, so he's genuinely excited. Seeing Eri experience the outdoors for the first time, DJ decides to teach him how to fish. DJ shows him how to spot fish by their shadows. As the two prepare to cast their lines, servant Easy arrives with Mina in a bikini, proudly showing off her figure. Eri is so shocked, he nosebleeds and faints. Embarrassed, Mina shyly asks DJ if she looks good. DJ responds bluntly, "Nope, go nap on the sofa." Mina had worked hard to slim down to fit into that swimsuit. Noisa splashes water to ruin their moment, and Mina immediately jumps into a playful water fight with her. Seeing their fun, DJ invites Easy to join fishing, but the Demon Lord is lost in his own world, so Easy has to go alone. JJ pulls out a fishing bomb, laced with a scent that irresistibly attracts fish. As soon as he drops the bait, the fish swarm in, but suddenly they vanish, replaced by a monstrous fish. DJ struggles to reel it in, and servant Urza jumps in to help. When the creature finally surfaces, everyone gasps in amazement. The giant fish suddenly transforms into a beautiful girl who immediately complains she's been starving for years. No one knows if they're witnessing a miracle or madness catching a girl instead of a fish. She scolds DJ for daring to catch her, pressing her backside against him so forcefully it knocks him out cold. Easy tries to chase her away, but DJ stands up to protect her. The girl introduces herself as Bibi, the lake spirit. She's baffled by the Demon Lord's presence here. Easy tries to cause trouble, but servant Urza intervenes, forbidding anyone from bullying her. Easy begrudgingly obeys, and everyone warmly invites Bibi to join their lunch. But Bibi is deeply insecure, believing a useless spirit like her shouldn't dine with humans. JJ immediately objects, but Bibi suspects everyone is just pretending to be friendly while gossiping behind her back. Sometimes women are truly mysterious creatures, aren't they? Seeing Bibi's reluctant servant, Noeza shoves a cake into her hands. Bibi tastes it and devours the whole table's worth. She hasn't enjoyed a proper meal in ages. Bibi explains that underwater she can't catch fish without eating her own kind, so she relied on gifts from humans long ago. But now, no spirits visit anymore, and that's why she's starving. Nearby, a shrine stands Bibi's home. Once many visited to pray, but because she took without giving back, people stopped coming. Bibi fears being mocked if anyone learns her story, but everyone here understands and sympathizes. Suddenly, Bibi collapses, turning into a puddle. DJ quickly tosses her back into the lake. Surrounded by a flurry of fish fins, suddenly they all vanished, replaced by a monstrous aquatic creature. No matter how hard Dewey pulled the rod, it wouldn't budge. Noah Urza joined in lending her strength, and together they hauled the beast ashore. The creature's form left everyone's speechless, eyes wide, jaws dropped. But in the blink of an eye, the monstrous fish transformed into a beautiful young woman. As she crawled onto the shore, she lamented years of starvation. Whether anyone dared take a bite of this living legend or not, the mystery only deepened. The shock hadn't even settled, when suddenly they pulled a girl up from the lake. She confronted them fiercely. "How dare you fish me out? What's going on here?" Confusion and tension danced in the air, but her boldness cut deep, pressing her mark firmly against Ezzy's chest, making the Demon Lord lose consciousness. The moment Ezzy woke, he was ready to send her back to the afterlife, but DJ stepped in to shield her. The girl introduced herself as Bibi, the spirit of the lake, bewildered by the Demon Lord's presence here. Izay tried to cause trouble for Bibi, but No Azan intervened, forbidding any bullying. Reluctantly, Ezzy listened as everyone warmly invited Bibi to join them for lunch. Yet Bibi was riddled with self-doubt. How could a useless spirit like her dine alongside everyone else? JJ immediately opposed the idea, but Bibi suspected their kindness was a facade, fearing they'd gossip behind her back. Sometimes women can be so baffling, huh? Noera noticed Bibi's hesitance and stuffed a pastry into her hands. One bite, and Bibi's eyes lit up. The food was delicious. She devoured everything on the table, revealing how long it had been since she last ate so freely. Beneath the lake, she couldn't catch fish. It felt like cannibalism. Long ago, humans gifted her food generously, but now no demons visited anymore, leaving her hungry and forgotten. Nearby stood a shrine that was Bibi's home. In the past, people often came to visit, but since she only took without giving back, they stopped coming. Bibi fretted that if everyone learned her secret, they'd mock her. Yet, ironically, everyone around her understood and sympathized. Suddenly, Bibi collapsed, melting into a puddle. Dede hurriedly scooped her up and returned her to the lake. In a flash, Bibi regained her original form. If she couldn't keep her body temperature low, her human-like shape wouldn't last. So she had no choice but to retreat to the lake, unable to stay and play with everyone. JJ tempted her to stay with fun games, and finally, Bibi agreed to join a fishing contest. In no time, she and JJ caught their first fish. But on the other side, Noeza and the Demon Lord had already caught plenty, so both teams threw their lines with all their might. After fierce competition, Noeza and Mina's team claimed victory. Seeing so many fish, JJ planned to gift them to the local grocery store and Usagi's eatery, sharing the rest with Bibi. But she refused the gifts, explaining that humans offer sacrifices praying for wishes, Yet she wasn't a deity and couldn't accept such offerings. DJ disagreed, insisting that friends give without expecting in return. Everyone wanted to befriend Bibi, disregarding her spirit status. Seeing this, Bibi asked to work part-time at DJ's pharmacy since she couldn't maintain her form forever. Dede quickly gave her a cooling charm to try, promising it would help her keep her shape without losing any flesh. And so Bibi officially became an intern at the shop. This simple opportunity moved her to tears. A few days later, Bibi arrived for work, and her mentor was none other than the demon lord, Ezi. At first, he planned to give her a hard time. So, DJ handed her a cooling elixir to try. With this treasure, she could maintain her true form without losing a single fragment of herself. From that moment on, Bibi officially became a probationary staff member at the shop. That simple acceptance moved her to tears. A few days later, Bibi arrived for work, and her mentor was none other than the Demon King Easy. At first, this kid planned to boss Bibi around. Music. From that day, she stopped meddling with new potions. On another unusual morning, Anna was leading a vigorous workout to strengthen everyone's health. Outside, Jazzy watched, sensing this training might be trouble. First, Anna demanded only yes or no answers, always followed by a clear explanation. Then she ordered everyone to run laps around town, threatening a smack on the backside for those who lagged behind. Bibi was terrified no one had ever tested her rear underwater. She wanted to protest, but was silenced by fear. Noah eagerly took off running, only to be shouted at by Anna for breaking formation before orders were given. Fall back in line, she commanded. Plus, during the run, everyone had to keep perfect rhythm and sing the national anthem together. Just yesterday, Bibi asked JJ for a potion to boost her strength, but he refused, not wanting everyone to abuse the medicine. At that moment, Anna passed by the shop to pick up a batch of potions. Taking the chance, DJ asked her to help train them, which led to this chaos. The group ran, while Anna chased behind, ready to whip anyone left behind. Noah was leading, when suddenly he turned dashers to DJ and dragged him into Anna's exhausting human endurance test. "I was planning to rest from noon till night," he groaned. Why pull him into this race? Jazzy, new to the game, immediately took a painful hit from Anna. Strangely, all the guys in her battalion seemed to like it, but this guy was wailing miserably. JJ wasn't a masochist, like those bloodthirsty types who craved pain. The training seemed to be ending, but no, Anna ordered everyone to stand and do 1,000 sit-ups. JJ wanted to bail, but was held back by his friend Bibi. True friends share both joy and suffering. "Why leave me now?" she whispered. Anna's shout froze everyone like deer in headlights. Bibi tattled that DJ was trying to escape the training, making Anna furious and ready to deliver 100 lashes. JJ cleverly lied he was busy brewing new potions, so Anna let him off. She handed out a special medicine effective for beginners, less so for seasoned muscle masters. Noah gulped down the potion, emptying the bottle in one breath. His muscles bloomed before everyone's eyes, and now he could hear the whispers from his biceps, a secret only professional bodybuilders ever sense. DJ stood helplessly, planning to seek comfort from Mina, but Mina's muscles were no different from Noah's. Like his friend, Mina could also hear the murmurs from those six-pack abs. Sama had her on the edge of delight, and now those two started showering each other with compliments, from muscles that looked like mountain ranges to abs sculpted like chocolate bars. It's a force beyond control. He reminded Anna to dilute the medicine before drinking it with water, and not to gulp it all down at once. Luckily, this medicine only lasts an hour, except for those two who've been hitting the rocks too hard. Even DJ couldn't pull them out of their high. Bibi was still sprawled on the ground, so DJ had to carry her home, promising not to diet or train hard. After all, he's just a humble pharmacist. After days together, Noera realized she didn't like him at all. But the kid still couldn't accept it. After all, he is a demon lord, how could he bear rejection? Noera wanted their relationship to grow, so he begged DJ to create a potion to make Noe-Asami like him more. What kind of potion is that? The clueless boy was just humouring the demon lord. Yet DJ agreed to craft a medicine so Easy and Noa-Eza could talk like normal colleagues. DJ dug deeper to find out why Noa-Eza hated Easy so much. It turned out she hated Easy's scent and his rude way of speaking. Noa-Eza was extremely sensitive to DJ's scent, so he created a potion using his own genes. Maybe after smelling DJ, Noa-Eza would like Easy more. Once finished, DJ handed the potion to Easy and warned him not to drink it all at once, or it wouldn't work. Easy could only take it after meals. The potion would gradually replace cells in his body, and in just 1 week, his body would carry the scent Noah Erza loved. Easy's eyes sparkled and he said, "Thank you, Master," before taking the medicine. After a week, Easy organised a guessing game about who JJ really was, which thrilled Mina. Easy was injected with a new potion, and DJ had to guess based on Noah Erza's scent. Noah Erza was very confident she wouldn't be wrong, but the game started with the first sniff. She couldn't guess her owner. But on the second try, she pinpointed JJ's spot. The Demon Lord's creepy laughter gave him away, letting her eliminate Easy. Seeing she couldn't guess, Easy laughed joyfully, ready to tease, but his tail smacked him hard, knocking some sense back into him. In the end, the potion helped bring them closer. Meanwhile, when Rio's family was having dinner, a strange lady showed up sneaking a meal. It was Paula, the owner of the shop, that was always empty, so she had to eat at DJ's place. Because she had no money, Paula planned to freeload for a long time, hoping to settle in permanently. But DJ wasn't easily fooled, so she rarely got her way. Bibai and the Demon Lord soon arrived too, eyeing the food. DJ already knew the whole story. Bibi and Easy only came occasionally, but Paula was sure to show up every day. How would the god of this pharmacy handle a regular freeloader? It seemed JJ would have a tough time, but Paula suddenly stopped coming around for a whole week. Mina worried if Paula was alone. What if something bad happened? How would they handle it? Hearing this, JJ immediately volunteered to visit Paula's place. When he arrived, she was scribbling notes. Paula was preparing for the item appraisal renewal exam. Passing meant she'd be a government-certified appraiser, reassuring customers about their purchases. Paula had been studying all day, making DJ think she was sick or unwell. Suddenly, Paula grabbed DJ's hand, begging for a potion to help her pass. If she failed, her shop would close forever. Tomorrow, she'd know if her business lived or died. Her last mock test scored only 10 points, while the passing grade was above 85. The exam would be in the neighbouring town early the next day. There was no time left for practice. Moved by Paula's desperate plea, DJ agreed to make the potion and rushed home to crank up some Wiener House beats. Once the plane landed, DJ crafted a potion that made anyone never forget anything learned within 24 hours. He handed it to Noeza, who sped off to deliver it to Paula. Now all DJ could do was pray the determined woman would pass. Music. Meanwhile, JJ understood BB's spirit wanted sunscreen created. Mina also wished for it, as she'd always wanted to try it while alive. UV rays speed skin aging and cause wrinkles and sagging. Mina believed this new product would be a hit among women. Food costs had risen recently, so selling this product could help the whole family enjoy life. Yayayi agreed and reluctantly committed to developing it. In just a few simple steps, DJ completed the sunscreen gel formula, which could block UV rays, the skin's enemy, and keep women's skin clean and radiant. The moment the product was ready, 2 ladies eagerly volunteered to test it. Their eyes sparkled like headlights, making DJ quickly hand them the gel. He instructed them to use only a fingertip amount, applying it to areas exposed to sunlight. Bibi and Mina applied the gel and went outside to sunbathe. At this hour, the sun wasn't so harsh, but the 2 ladies braved it without burning or discomfort. This gel combined with a cooling gel would shatter the summer heat's grip. Noeza woke up to see everyone having fun and wanted to try the sunscreen too. Mina found it strange since Noeza never cared about beauty products before. Maybe she was finally coming of age. To cleanse and brighten the lady's skin, a new product just launched, and the 2 girls volunteered eagerly to try it. Their eyes sparkled like car headlights, prompting Day-D to rush them more supplies. He carefully instructed them to apply only a tiny amount on sun-exposed areas. Bibi and Mina immediately smoothed the gel over their skin before heading out to sunbathe. At this hour, the sun was blazing, but these 2 beauties didn't feel the usual sting or heat. This gel paired with the cooling balm shattered summer's scorching grasp. Noeza woke to find everyone having a blast and wanted to try the sunscreen gel too. Mina found it strange since Noezan never cared about beauty products before. Maybe she was finally reaching the age when her auntie visits. Bibi dashed over, urging JJ to touch her skin. One touch sent him into bliss. A few more and he was hooked, unable to stop. Suddenly, Noeza appeared, stopping them, and telling Daidee to keep touching her skin. But Noeza overused the gel, making her cheeks even softer and plumper, an irresistibly tempting sight. Ezzy, rising awkwardly from the ground shyly, wanted to touch Noeza's cheeks, but was dismissed as a pervert and told to back off quickly. Seeing this, Daidee reminded Ezzy to enter the house seriously and promptly. At the Demon Lord's castle, Ezzy's steward was burdened with guilt. He should have delivered all the potions the Demon Lord requested, but now, no matter where he searched, he couldn't find his young master. The next day, Noezan kept applying the gel and urged Daidee to do the same. Noticing her odd behaviour, Mina explained that Bibi and Noezan were best friends, and the wolf girl's jealousy flared when she saw him touching Bibi, leading to all this drama. Soon, after many townsfolk flocked to Daidee's pharmacy to buy the sunscreen gel, just as Mina predicted. Sales exploded and the family gained extra funds to cover their food expenses. Daidee was invited to a grand banquet hosted by Count Vangar, who welcomed everyone in town and those who recently helped his family. The feast worried Daidee. It resembled the wild parties from his old world, stirring uneasy memories. At the banquet, Daidee caught the eyes of many women who flocked to him, surrounding him so tightly he had no escape. Outside, his friend Noeza fared no better, desperately trying to recruit more concubines for Hazel, but was caught by the first wife Fez, who flew into a rage and chased the flirtatious man with a knife. Meanwhile, at the piano, JJ was fiercely proving his manhood, gulping down drink after drink, surprising Anna with his sudden stamina. At the feast, everyone dresses to impress, but DJ thinks, why not just wear home clothes? No need for fuss. His kids disagree. They want DJ to shine like a prince among the ladies. Ezzy overhears and immediately volunteers to be DJ's fashion advisor. Dress like the Lord of Hell, add a skull staff, and you'll be untouchable. But no, Ezran and Mina quickly shut that down. The Demon King can rock that look, but leave our master out of it. Feeling rejected, Ezzy switches tactics, begging to join the party too. In return, he promises to teach everyone the basics of social etiquette. But when Eri starts acting bossy, Noeza gives him a relentless scolding. Yet Eri just beams with joy. DJ thinks the chaos might finally settle, but then two brothers from the Red Clan arrive, also invited to the feast, and they have a favour to ask. Turns out they have terrible alcohol tolerance, just 2 or 3 drinks, and they forget everything. The next morning, they wake up rolled in a barrel, caught by Anna, who laughs at their dazed faces. So they ask DJ to create a drink that lets them down 1,000 cups without getting drunk, hoping to look a bit more manly in front of Anna and escort her safely. Though Anna's a bit tomboyish, she's undeniably beautiful. No wonder Du is smitten. All right, let's get to work, DJ says, rolling up his sleeves to craft a new potion. It's a liver-boosting elixir that also prevents bad breath and acid reflux. Then DJ hands the potion to Noezran, asking her to deliver it to Du. As Noezran leaves, Mina confides in DJ how she's eagerly anticipating the party. Before meeting DJ and Noezran, she was always alone in this house, but now with them, she can go anywhere feeling truly happy and part of a family. Suddenly, DJ's energy surges, no longer the gloomy figure he was before. They prepare clothes for the feast, but when Mina goes to the basement for fancy outfits, she finds the clothes ruined after 100 years, unwearable now. So DJ invents a potion to restore damaged fabrics, making old dresses look fresh and new. The butler, as usual, goes looking for his young master. Luckily, he stumbles upon a missing child notice, so he takes her to DJ's place. Back home, Mina proudly shows off her new dress, receiving endless compliments. She then leads Noezran upstairs to admire DJ's sharp, heroic look, but end of provided segment. Arriving there, he was still changing clothes, making them both blush as they slammed the door shut. After changing, Daidee felt the tie was suffocating, maybe because it dragged him back to those old memories, days filled with constant oppression. Every morning, DJ wished time would just rush by, unlike now where Dai always felt joyful, wishing moments could stretch endlessly. Laled, a special guest, searching for his demon king. EJ was shocked when the butler managed to find this place. After this mission, Paula was rewarded with plenty of rice balls, while Belia stayed behind, speaking highly of JJ. Belia was stunned to learn his young master worked here 4 times a week. JJ was furious that EJ never reported this to the butler, but the Demon King retorted, "Why should I report? If you don't like it, I'll fire you right now." The Demon King had no choice but to turn the car around, admitting JJ could easily discipline the little Demon King. Belia then respectfully hailed Jake as the Grand Demon King and confidently entrusted EJ to him. After finishing his tasks, DJ returned to bed for a deep sleep. In his dream, he found himself back in the past. Then DJ never wanted to work but had to endure the harsh grind for the sake of survival. Crushed on the train shoved by co-workers, he hated the sales job with a burning passion. Now, JJ lamented his fate, cursing the endless grind, until suddenly he was transported to another world, a bizarre, magical place. Waking up, JJ found himself in a forest, utterly confused. What made it stranger was that he could name every tree he touched. When Didi touched himself, he saw his name and skills, recognition and potion making. Suddenly, he heard an animal's cry, a wounded white wolf. Nearby was a first aid kit. Didi tried giving the wolf medicine, but it refused. Bringing it to his nose, he noticed the smell was too strong. So Didi crafted a gentler potion and gave it to the wolf. As soon as the wolf drank it, it transformed back into a cute girl. She immediately recognized JJ as her master and promised to follow and protect him as thanks for saving her life. The dream ended just as the party was about to begin. Quickly changing clothes, JJ hopped on a carriage and left, unaware that EJ was confused seeing no one in the shop. The party had already started. The party drew the attention of many ladies who swarmed to JJ, leaving him trapped with no way out. Outside, his buddy D was no better, trying to recruit more concubines for Hazel, but was caught by the first wife. Fez flew into a rage, chasing the philanderer with a knife to exact deadly revenge. At the piano table, JJ was seriously knocking back drink after drink. Surprising Anna, her younger brother was suddenly so serious about drinking. Now, the party's main event was about to begin. Now came the highlight of the banquet. AJ's grand entrance ignited the crowd into a frenzy. Though arriving late and unable to join the main party, Lord Belia felt sorry for EJ and created a private two-person feast so he could enjoy himself freely. JJ was escorted by two beauties from his own household to dance. In that moment, he felt incredibly lucky, living a fresh life full of joy and laughter with everyone around him. This was more than just a party. It was a celebration of new beginnings, friendship, and the unexpected warmth found in this strange new world. As the music played and laughter echoed every character's heartbeat with hope, healing old wounds and forging bonds that transcended their pasts. That's all for today's journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts below to support the channel and help us bring you even better content.